All right, we are rolling. Test 1, 2. Everything sounds good. It's been a while since I've made a YouTube video at all. I made attempts to make YouTube videos, but I've kind of had a long, not necessarily like a walk in the woods, but definitely a spiritual growth of a year, and of the past 2 years, I've been just growing myself. Not so much physically. I mean, I have done the physical thing where you work out, you get buff, and you think you're happy, and you're definitely healthy, you look good, but you're not necessarily fulfilled quite yet. People do mental growth, and I've never really had anything wrong with my mental state, and I really don't even know if there is a mental state. But anyway, I'm not an expert on this, I'm just speaking, this is off the cuff. But I definitely realized that there was something wrong with me in probably 2015. I realized that. I knew it before then, but 2012 there was something wrong with me. And there was years and years and years of me just living and working and just living and not really having a purpose. 2017 in April, on Easter, it was my birthday, and I went to a church called East Coast Believers Church in Oviedo, and after that everything changed, not changed, but it started to change. And the one area in my life that I noticed I need to change as a whole was my spiritual wellness, I guess, my spiritual understanding and of myself, really. Not of so much other people, because we tend to live life and judge other people, but it was more so of myself. And when I stepped back and actually looked at myself, I realized I didn't like myself. I realized I didn't like a lot of things going on in my life. As I continued to listen, I continued to realize that there was a lot of things that I was not content with. I might have had a smile on my face, but I was not happy, and I had no joy in my life. I had no real reason to be alive, I suppose. If I constantly thought to myself, if I were to die right now, there would be nobody that missed me, and there would be nobody that needed me. And that's not my goal, to have people need me, but to know that I had contributed nothing to the world except for a couple of songs, really, on YouTube, and some fans around the world. That was fun and good and fine and dandy to me, but it's just something I was missing. Oh snap. In 2017, I made a tweet. I said, no features, all 2017, no features, or something like that, something stupid like that. And I thought, all right, this is my time to focus on myself and make my own music. And instead, I started focusing on my spiritual life rather than my musical career. And I was releasing music and just kind of wasted by the wayside, like everything else in my life. I would start something and then stop. Afterwards, after my birthday, I just started to continually make changes and make changes and make changes. And I sobered up, and for like some insurance thing. And as I was sobering up and going to church and starting to actually study and take notes and take myself serious at church rather than just going, sitting down and leaving, and then going, living like hell throughout the week, and then coming back and thinking, oh man, I did this, I did that. I actually started to make a conscious decision to try to tap into, it was not even conscious, it was subconscious. It was just me just following a path that, for lack of a better word, that God was leading me down. Like I was there by accident, and I heard something by accident, and maybe it wasn't by accident, maybe there was a purpose behind it, who knows? They say everything happens for a reason. But anyway, I was just walking down the road, and I noticed to start seeing there's a lot of things in my life that I really, really didn't like. Cut that out. So anyway, later down the road, I had a lot of debt in my life, and this is part 2, debt. This is first part was spiritual, and the second part is debt and money and whatnot. So the second part, I had no idea, but I had been living with debt since the time I was about 18. I had been living with debt. I had car debt, paid it off, car broke down, got into a new car around 2017 or 2017, something like that, maybe 2016. And I had $18,000 for the start. And this is just in car debt. And then in 2017, I had maybe roughly $13,000 to $12,000 in debt. And I had no idea what debt was or anything about money. I just knew that I needed to work and I wanted to eat and I wanted to buy stuff. And I have a lot of shoes to show for it, but I was never fulfilled. I wanted clothes and all the cool stuff. I wanted a new car and speakers in my car and shoes and jeans and just so minimal. Like that was my happiness really. And when I had what I wanted, I didn't have what I wanted. I had Amazon debt. I maxed it out. Altogether, I believe I had like $15,000 in debt with consumer debt. And the biggest thing was my car, which is it's pretty normal in America. And I didn't want to be normal anymore. So I got overdrafted. I had a computer on credit, my laptop on credit. I had a choice to either get my teeth pulled or pay the rest of my laptop debt. And I had $700 from the job I had just did, and whatever. So then I was like, the tooth in the back of my mouth, it had been chipped for at least a year and a half, and it was a molar or wisdom tooth, but it had chipped. It was so badly decayed in the back of my mouth that it had chipped, and it was sharp. And I would bite my cheek over and over and over and over and be like, oh God, I need to fix this. Oh God, I need to fix this. Oh man, and I would cuss. The pain would be so bad of me biting my cheek with my chipped tooth in the back of my mouth that I would cuss, and it would just be so bad. And so finally, I had $700 to go do it. I found a good dentist that I knew through the grapevine, or orthodontist, or whatever you call it, and he fixed me up for half price, $700 exactly. Bam. I went and paid it. I got drugged up. I can show you the video right here.
I feel good. I'm bleeding on my tooth now. Quick question. I got lips like Kylie Jenner now, huh? I can't even feel it, dude. Good goodness. Hey, I got a whole crowd. What's up? Hey, just make sure some nice music is coming on when I'm walking out of here so I can do a little dance, right?
You want to dance on your way out?
You got it. Absolutely. Post it. I don't mind what you do, just do it.
This is amazing because I'm telling it backwards. So all month of April, I sobered up. It just so happened while I was sobered up and got my teeth pulled, I got overdrafted on the 10th of April. I made my final payment on April 20th after I got my teeth pulled, and I realized that I had an extra $600 payment because it was late fee, something late draft, or the interest payment. And I just broke down. I was like, what? It was at $700, now it's at $1,300. So it was an extra like 642, some stupid number like that. And it just drove me insane. I was livid, I was upset, I was mad. I was so mad I was crying like a beta male. And I definitely was a beta male. And I definitely am still coming out of my beta. Then I went to church on the 16th, and all this stuff is just happening at the same time. And I'm angry about the debt, so then I'm like, how am I gonna manage this? I finally paid that off, got it out the way, and this is before I started realizing I need to get rid of all my debt, not just consumer debt, my car debt, anything else, clear it. So months, and I'm realizing, okay, I just paid off my Amazon card, I just paid off my teeth, I just paid off my laptop debt, and I had maybe like 2 other things. But definitely the car debt was the last thing. So I'm just, straggling along. Oh, I had PayPal credit. And all that crap, cut all that stuff off, but I realized that credit reports are retarded. They're nothing. It's just so you can borrow debt. It doesn't mean you have money. I just have debt. And I can borrow money, but I don't have money. And if I need money, I can go to somebody else and ask them instead of just going to work and working hard and making my money. Let's go to November. November's coming. It's my daughter's birthday. She's turning 8. She's turning, it's 2017, she's turning 7. This is the last birthday. I realized this is the last time I'm ever going to be broke, and ever going to be struggling, and ever going to be a deadbeat, wannabe father year ever. Had the bounce house there, had food there, had fire pit, had movie outside. It was fun. It was nicely done on a budget. And then I was like, you know what? I gotta get rid of this car debt. I was like, by this time next year, I'm gonna be debt free. And after that, I can start really saving money and start getting my net worth up. And so I'm realizing that, I'm doing all the numbers, so I'm doing it by month by month. My monthly payment was about $333 and like 42 cents, something stupid like that. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna pay $900 a month and get this all wiped out within a year. I'm listening to different people, especially this guy named Dave Ramsey. If you haven't heard of him and you have debt, if you wanna listen to somebody smart that's gonna get you out of debt and get you in a better place, listen to Dave Ramsey. Okay, I'm gonna do this. December, I'm started in December. After December, in January, I paid about $4,000 off. I had $7,000 in savings, not very much, but to me, as a broke person, that was a lot. Next month, I put like $3,000, $4,000. By April, I'm done. I'm completely done with that. And I'm like, wow, this is amazing. So by December, I'm thinking I'm gonna be done. But by April, my next birthday, after waking up and and realizing that I have this spiritual, I don't know my spirit. My spirit was a baby. I had no idea what I was doing. Since then, I try to read the Bible and think that I was holy, trying to read the Bible and think I knew something, but I was not acting it. And by that way, I was severely damaging myself, because not only was I studying the Bible and thinking that I'm spiritual, or thinking that I'm a Christian, or thinking that I'm saved or a good example, I wasn't an active participant in what I was reading. I was just reading it and then going and living whatever hellish life I was living. Right now, we're in December 2018. I have zero debt at all. Zero debt. I owe nobody a dime, and it's the most freeing thing ever. I have cash in the bank, more money than I could ever think of having right now. I'm in the process of getting my first house, and that's going to take a couple more months, maybe a whole nother year. But this entire year, I'll be renting, whatever, and get my final, beta out. And the entire time with me having dreadlocks and all that good stuff, I was balding, and I would do my hair in different ways and different things, and just all types of different. It was sad, man. I had this beautiful hair, and then I got, let's show a clip of me, this now, all right? I'm definitely bald. I knew it was coming. All my other brothers have had it happen to them. Their hair's gone. I still have a little bit here. My pores haven't closed up or anything like that. I'm not completely bald, but I'm definitely very low cut, near balding. My sides grow just fine. The top is very, 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 very light. I grew a nice beard. Look at this beard, man. This beard, since the last time you guys saw me, when's the last time you've seen a beard this nice? This right here was fading when I had dreadlocks, and even before I had dreadlocks, it was fading. That's why they locked up in the first place, because I've always wanted to do dreadlocks, and they locked up on their own. I just wasn't washing my hair and all this type of stuff. I would just scratch it in the hottest of hot water my head could possibly take. Scratch, and it felt great. After, if I were ever to wash it with like Pantene or something like Biolage or something like that, my hair would be severely dry. What my purpose of this video is to take you guys through a journey of where I've been through, what I've gone through, and how I'm correcting my beta. I used to have a lot of anger. I used to have a lot of fear and doubt. I used to have a lot of questions. I used to have a lot of just the fear of not knowing what's going to happen, and who knows what's going to happen. I don't need to know my future. I need to know what I'm going to do for the day and be in the present, and that's what I'm learning. I'm finally living in the present. I don't have fear. I have a lot more trust in God, and that's my biggest thing about having no fear, is you have to trust. So I'm going to try to reverse my baldness. And I did a little bit of research, and I'm starting to think that it's not such a condemning, what is that word I'm looking for? Condition. It's not such a damning condition that we all think it is. It might not just be genetics. Maybe I can reverse it. So I'm gonna be doing different things like handstands and eating different. I'm gonna cut out the high fats in my diet, because I have a gut right now. Not that bad, but it's not tight. If I pull it down too, it's gonna be tight. Goo. When I sit. You see that, man? I mean, this is normal for an American to have, right? Even this is normal for an American to have, but I'm going to change my diet. And since I've changed myself spiritually, I want to change myself physically and get back onto a healthy lifestyle. So let's talk about politics. finances, spirituality, or spiritual, I don't know, spiritual issues, I suppose. So let's call that under God. So let's talk God, fitness, baldness, and music. Don't forget about that. We're gonna get back into that too, and you guys are gonna see all that. It's 8 things. It's 7 things. Maybe 7. Did I count 7? Doesn't matter. But anyway, I'm gonna take you guys through a journey of me trying to reverse my baldness. Right, so thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a beautiful day. I'm gonna pray now, and not gonna record that part, but one day I will. So anyway, I hope you guys have a good day. Subscribe to my channel. If you guys want to see any of my old videos from a couple years back, you guys can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, man. God bless you guys. Have a blessed day.